This is a live episode of McCool and the Gang, which is my podcast. I'm Natalie McCool, and this month's super guest is She Drew the Gun.
Hiya.
Hiya! So good to have you on here. And yeah, God, I can't even. I remember the last time I saw you was at the Manchester gig.
Wow.
That was like just thinking about. That was like 2019. Yeah, October.
Really?
Oh, I'm dead excited to hear the new album. Have you announced a release date for it?
Yeah, the release date is the 24th of September.
Oh,
so
wow.
it's just before the tour. Enough time to have a few listens before the tour.
Yeah.
The album's called Behave Myself. So, but like in Sheffield, it's obviously Behave My San. So everyone says San instead of self.
Behave Me San. No, that's Geordie.
That's the unofficially it's called Behave Me San.
Behave Me San, yeah. So that's where it was birthed, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the unofficial name.
Yeah.
I love that. Oh.
I should get that on a t-shirt.
Get it on a t-shirt like mine. Check this out.
I like it.
So
you've got to make like the most of that name.
I know, exactly. You know, the best thing is I did not make this t-shirt for myself. Can I just put that out there? Someone did make it for me. I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
Oh, this is boss. Right, go on. What's your Sheffield accent? Go for it.
I don't know. Like someone did give me one thing to say, like, "Oh, just been like drinking Coca-Cola with your Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it, I think.
The City of Steel. I love it when you drive into Sheffield, you know, where you get like past all the beautiful countryside and then it just says City of Steel. It's like
it's that like industrial and like kind of, it's so big, isn't it? Everything's so big and industrial and that.
Yeah, I love Sheffield. Are you excited to get back in the rehearsal room then?
Yeah, definitely. It's been ages. Well, we did a social distance gig in October, so that has like broken it up a little bit. Because otherwise it would have been so long.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's like starting again in a way, isn't it? Because all the songs were they're all like studio songs. They've never been played live as a band or anything like that. So it's like you've done the studio part, now you got to work out how to do it live.
Yeah, I love that though. Do you ever I mean, because I saw the gig, but obviously I'm just like enjoying. I try really hard to not watch gigs as a musician. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're just trying to enjoy it for it is, and like not think about I love that effect that he's got on. Just enjoy the whole of it. Like, that's my thing now. Like, don't be a musician. But do you do the thing where you kind of, when you're approaching live, you kind of change the structures of things, and like, is that something that you do? I don't know. That's something that really interests me. I love doing that.
Sometimes we like do songs into each other, you know, segues and stuff like that, and think of new parts to go in between the songs and stuff, but mostly stick to the structure unless there's something that really feels like it needs to be added in or something.
Yeah. It's really fun approaching that, isn't it?
It's like they both feed into each other, don't they? The studio and the live thing. It's like that's the new exciting bit now that the studio stuff's like pretty much finished. We're still actually signing off on mixes and stuff. So it's not 100% finished, but the next like phase is just thinking about the live show, which is really exciting.
This is a shit question, but also a fun one. Like, which one do you prefer? Live or being in the studio?
That's really hard.
I know, yeah.
That's like picking between like cake and chocolate or something, isn't it? Like, I don't know. I love the creating side, but then like the going and playing it live feels like that's what it was all about in the first place. Like, so it's really hard to pick.
It's alright, don't have to pick.
I can't pick.
Yeah?
I can't pick.
I can't. I just say, when I get asked that question, I'm just like, well, I like it for different reasons. You know, I'm just like intellectual. I just don't answer, basically.
Yeah.
Because you can't really, can you? That's impossible.
No. I think the live bit is like where you get to really see what you've done and like, you know, connect with people. Like, so I suppose you get something like back in the instant when you do it live. So maybe I'd have to say live for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Sheffield to record the album in?
Well, we made demos like on GarageBand. So that was me and Jack basically made all the demos. So we had like kind of like the whole of the structures of the songs down and all the parts down and that. And then we were just thinking about who to get to produce it, and it had like quite a lot of like, it's got like a dancey flavour to it. It's got more dance music influences and stuff. And then I thought like Ross's tune with Work on Men's Club last year called Teeth, 2019 it would have been, just written a year off like, but 2019 Teeth I think was like my favourite tune that year, and Ross produced it.
Oh, okay, yeah, nice.
And so that kind of like put him on our radar, and then I was like, oh, he's actually like worked with like Drenge and the Arctic Monkeys and all these people, like he's done like everything. And because the album's a bit of a like melting pot, like it's got everything from like dance music to like heavy guitar music, so it was just wanted to pick someone that has done all of that kind of thing. So
yeah,
so we thought about Ross, and then he got back to us and said he'd be up for us going down for a day and seeing how it went. So we did that, and then we just got on dead well and really enjoyed the studio time. So
yeah,
so we decided to carry on and do the album there.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. It's nice when you meet someone new you really hit it off with, because sometimes you kind of like, do you ever, and I get this with songs as well, like the dread of like, oh, I'm never gonna write another good song again. It's like that with people you work with. Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm never gonna find someone who's that good. But like you because you're always changing, then you do, because you find people who are right there and then, don't you?
Yeah.
Like,
because they're musical babies, aren't they? And you just want to put them out into the world in like the best
way, yeah,
best way possible, don't you? So
yeah,
they feel precious to you, like, but just worked with Ross, like, just kind of worked straight away. So
yeah,
we're like, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I know what you mean. Every time, like, now I've written this album, I'm like, oh God, I don't know what I'm going to write about next time. I'm going to write a song. Like,
just think about it when you get to it.
Where's that going to come from? Yeah. But like, I'm definitely not going to think about writing for a little bit anyway.
Yeah. Well, you've done your
done my stint.
Recent big baby.
Yeah.
And now it's about throwing the big baby out there. Oh, what I was going to ask? Got a really good question. Yeah, people have asked this me, and I don't really know how to answer, because I'm a bit like, but so you recorded the album like throughout lockdown, but did you write anything during lockdown for your stuff? Yeah,
most of it was written during lockdown.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Well, when did we lock down? It was like a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, March 2020, wasn't it?
Yeah,
March last year.
So most of the album was written in lockdown, and it's got like a bit of there's kind of a bit of talk of like prisons and cells and freedom and stuff like that. So it's got like a little bit, you can feel a bit of lockdown in it. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's got like a little bit of a prison-y theme in it.
Yeah.
Which makes it sound heavy, but it's not too heavy. I mean, it is about some heavy stuff, but yeah, you can tell it's like born out of a lockdown kind of time.
It's really difficult when you're like, things are influencing what you're writing, not for it to be really on the nose kind of thing, isn't it? Like making it a bit more abstract and.
Yeah, I think at first on lockdown I didn't write for it for quite a while. I was like, I think it's just like you're kind of taking everything in, aren't you? Like, there was a bit when I was like, I'm not writing at the moment for some reason, and then after a while, kind of like, once your consciousness took everything in. Sorry, my neighbours.
It's alright, don't worry.
once your kind of consciousness is kind of adjusted to what's going on, I think then it was like starting to write now.
Yeah, I didn't write for ages either. And you know what I didn't do, which I'm glad I didn't do. I didn't do any like live streams or like anything. I just didn't even know what to. I was like, I don't know how I want to approach it yet, so I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, there was quite a lot of it, wasn't there? Like we did do that one live stream, that was like a live gig and a live stream at the same time, which is a bit mad because you're trying to cater for two different things at the same time. But
yeah, was that the Future Yard one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Future Yard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
oh, go on.
how's it been going for you?
Yeah, it's been alright. Same, like, not even, like, didn't write for the first bit of lockdown, and then started slowly writing again, doing sessions, and James says your poem on Future Yard was great. Yeah, I agree. The intro one, it was amazing. Really.
I did one for Independent Venue Week, didn't I? I think that might be what he's on about. I did like... Oh, yeah, there was an intro
The
one.
intro, yeah.
The same one. Yeah, I did it on the intro and on the gig, yeah. Yeah, and Independent Venue Week actually put it on the vinyl for this year as well.
Did he?
Nice.
Oh, it's fucking great, that.
Yeah.
Was that as like an intro or like a track?
Yeah, an intro poem. I think it's something that they usually do as well, so that was nice to be on it.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, James said it was the intro. I remember that because I was watching it.
Yeah, I like, obviously venues have all been struggling, so it was nice to be able to put something out there, like chatting about the venues and stuff. Cause
yeah, I know. I kept on like shouting about it and just getting on there, support our venues and stuff like that. I've got a question for me, like being an artist, sometimes people tag you with genres you're like, I don't know whether I quite identify with that, but like is like spoken word a genre you identify with or something that you I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's like, it's definitely an element of it, like it's definitely an element of what I do, which I think it's come into it more. Like I used to just do the spoken word bits like in between songs and stuff. Like that's how a few of the songs that have got spoken word in them started off. They just started off as poems that I'd do at gigs, and then I was like, well, might as well use that. Might as well use that. So
yeah, that's really interesting.
So the spoken word's like been incorporated more into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few chunks of it like in this new album as well. Like, so I'll say chunk, that makes it sound like massive, but there's a sprinkling of spoken word in it as well.
Sprinkle of spice.
Yeah.
So yeah, you mentioned the new album has like elements of feeling lockdown and kind of that coming out of your consciousness. Is there anything else, reference points for that out for the new album? Any other like areas?
Yeah, okay, so it's kind of about it's about loads of different things, like, but I suppose it's just kind of my take on the times like that we're living in and where we're at, and so it's about like colonialism, empire, resistance, the effects of mental health, the effects of neoliberalism on mental health, the power of psychedelic experience in raising consciousness.
Wow.
Just all these kind of things, all these kind of themes that are running through it. It does make it sound like really heavy, but it's like underneath it like is a message, like, you know, these forces that have like come from centuries of oppression are deep and intelligent, and you know, the change is coming. So it's like comes from like a message of hope really at the underneath it, but it's still like, you know, goes through these kind of topics that interest me.
I was showing my friend around Liverpool yesterday because she's here for work, and yeah, she was saying like, oh my god, the architecture here is beautiful, like all the Georgian houses, and I just went, yeah, but it's all built on slavery. You know, when you're growing up and you don't realise that, and then you do, and then it's like, actually that's really fucked up. Like,
yeah,
it
is. Yeah, we've got Liverpool's pretty much,
it's the whole city,
built
isn't
on
it?
slavery. Yeah.
And so I took her to the Maritime, and I was like, just go in there and spend the day in there. Please.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I'm always coming from this perspective that we need to like dismantle this world and reimagine a better one that's based on the freedom of every living being, really, everyone. So it's like coming from like a feminist, socialist, internationalist perspective kind of thing. And like when I first started writing, I was just coming from my emotions and where I, like, what was going on in my life and stuff like that. And then the further on I go, like, the songs have become more like ideas about what's going on in the world and stuff like that. And like, yeah, it's like, that's kind of what She Drew the Gun does. And like, it kind of like, it's a bit bigger and bolder than the last album, and it's going in a certain direction. So
is that why you chose the name?
Of She Drew the Gun.
She Drew the Gun, yeah.
Right, I just picked it because I thought like there was a lot of like, you could do a lot of wordplay with it, and like it was interesting, and visually it could work, and then yeah, because it's like you could, you know, she drew the gun, and like she drew the gun, you can like, there's different meanings you could use from it, and then I actually like drew a gun which was made out of like an amp, a guitar, and a mic. So it's like, so She Drew the Gun is like using like art as like a weapon to kind of, you know, align with the good forces, or the, you know, the forces for change in the world. So I didn't mean it. I didn't realise that it fitted like that, but later on I kind of realised that it does. Yeah,
that's really cool. Yeah, I wondered that about the name. I always thought like it's because it's like a reactionary project in a way, like. Yeah, I didn't really. Yeah, I must have known what I was doing somewhere. Yeah, subconsciously you were like,
yeah,
I know. Yeah, that you said something that made me think of I was going to ask when you were saying about, you know, how you started writing and why. I was going to ask, has it always been like that? But then you kind of clarified that. But I remember being, I think it was at Leaf upstairs, and I was there to see, I came to the, I think it was an EP launch of yours and Lucy's old band, but then you played you played a solo track, and I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure it was Since You Were Not Mine.
Yeah, could be.
I think it was, you know.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, like, God, that was really, really good. Like, I love the lyrics in that. But I think it was that one. So I'm like, quite privileged to have been like seen it early on. But yeah, I loved that. Really good gig, that one. And I remember that you sold cakes. Well, you didn't sell them, you just gave them away. Like cupcakes. I was like, yes. Yeah. Lucy had like the thing of cupcakes.
Lucy is a master baker. So.
She is a master baker, yeah. And that's another connection. Lucy plays keys in your band. I also sing with White Horses.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's like, it's mad that everyone just knows everyone. Liverpool music scene. Yeah.
It's a small town, isn't it?
It is a small town. Yeah, I just want to talk about the music, really. I think my favourite track is probably Resistor.
Okay.
Just like, I always hear it on Six Music when I'm in the kitchen. I'm just like belting it out. So yeah, what's kind of like the process behind when you write? Because I remember you saying you and Jack did the demos on GarageBand. So I always wonder, like, how other artists write. Is it like, do you just write the lyrics first, or do you get a demo up? And like, how is it for you?
I don't have like a set way at all. Like, I'm just like, some songs is like, I've got like songs there that I've finished all the. I know the music, I know the melody and the chords and everything, but I haven't got any words for it at all yet. And then I've got stuff that it's like, a lot of stuff I'll use, it was a poem and then I'll turn that into a song. So Resistor was like that. Resistor was a spoken word thing that I was doing at gigs. Basically started off as a list of people that I wanted to say hi to at the gig, like kind of just a list of like outsiders. And then I thought that could work in a tune, that could be a verse, so used that as a verse and then came up with the chorus and that was like that. And that's worked for quite a few songs, and then some songs are just like music and the words come at the same time, and I think you should like be open to it coming from anyway, probably.
Yeah, same, yeah. Since I started writing with like for other artists and with other artists and stuff, it's blown my mind. Like the other day, I was like doing this like Dua Lipa type like top line thing, and I wrote it to the, oh my god, what is it called? Is it called like Knight Rider? You know, the 80s...
the car.
Yeah. So I wrote it to the theme of that. And it's like an amazing intro. It's like cool as fuck. And I've never done it that way before, like writing to an already existing tune. But then I changed all the chords, so it was like, you know, it wasn't like plagiarising or anything. But that was like... Yeah, that was like a new interesting way I found. But same. Like, I don't think there's a right way. Like, either like chords or like a melody. I find like melodies, I can't really, I don't really write them first. It's always like melody and lyrics together, or lyrics. So that's interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I've got like a song there which is all like, basically the GarageBand demos all sorted, but I'm like, I haven't got any words for it, so
yeah,
I don't know. Sometimes with a song, it's like you're kind of like carving out something that's already exists in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
And like, I just haven't found what the words are meant to be for that one yet.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not like it's actually coming from you. It's like you're digging it out from somewhere.
Yeah. Or digging it out from yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What's the I think I mentioned this before, like another one of the podcasts, but I think it's a dead interesting thing. Like, I remember when I was living at home and I was in my room, and my mum was watching. She's watching the Sound City like trailer, you know, for Sound City downstairs, and I could hear, and there was like loads of guitar feedback, but it was like, in almost as if it was in chords that was sequenced, but not deliberately, just that's the way it sounded. And I remember thinking, oh, that sounds really good, and then wrote something around that. So I just thought, yeah, that's so interesting, like the different ways. And I wonder, like, what's the most like bizarre inspiration you've had for writing something?
Well, there was one on this album where I was reading this book, this Noam Chomsky thing, and he was like, communism, it said communism, crime, drugs, terrorism, and then I was like, that I like that kind of works, because he was doing a list of talking about groups that have been othered and how the mainstream like pushes groups out, and I was like, that's a good idea, just use that for a song. And then I just literally started off the song with that list. So I was just sitting there reading in the music room, and I just put GarageBand on, put a beat on that made sure that it fitted with the speed of that I could say the words, and then that was just the start of the song. Then wrote the song off that.
Yeah, love that.
So I do get a few like things that I just like literally find in a book, and I'll be like, that's a good start of something. That.
Yeah, book titles are good for inspiration, aren't they?
Yeah.
I find I know that you're really into Kurt Vonnegut. What's your favourite Kurt Vonnegut book?
I'm really crap with names, but there's one that I got inspired by for a song on this album. Like there was on the last album, there was some stuff that was like literally quoted Kurt Vonnegut, and then there's another one on this album as well, which was in the book Mother Night, which is a bit of a strange one. This one's like about a Nazi, someone who's what is it? Yeah, sometimes the plot's mental, isn't it? Memories of the Future. That's actually literally that's from a Kurt Vonnegut book as well. The words.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Is it? Which one? Is it the one? Oh, what the story?
That's the one I can't remember. I keep on forgetting. It says Billy and with his memories of the future, and I can't remember what the book's called, but I think it's one of his main ones. It's one of.
Is it the ones with the aliens who see linear? So they don't see linear; they see like everything happening at once. The trauma. I can't remember the name. It sounds like it might be from that one.
Okay.
Because that's all about knowing. That's all about like knowing. Not what's happened in the future or the past, but knowing everything all at once.
Yeah.
Which
I don't
reminds
know.
me.
I love it. I love all the mad ideas, the science fiction, the what if things were like this or like that.
Yeah, I think my favourite's probably Cat's Cradle.
What happens in that one?
I think it's the
it's hard to whatever know
one, whatever the one. I think it's Cat's Cradle, but whatever the one is with ice, the type of ice that I think it's like ice 9 or ice 5. Where if you like get some of the ice formula into water, it will turn everything to ice, and then they end up turning like the whole oceans to ice, and the world's fucked.
Cool.
What's it? I think that's Cat's Cradle. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, I recognise the title. I haven't read that one.
Yeah. I love that. I love like nuts.
Yeah.
Just like nuts films and nuts books. Like I remember watching Being John Malkovich.
That's a great film.
It's I just fucking nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love that. Cat's Cradle. I'm just checking now. Yeah. It's ice 9. Alternative structure to water that is solid at room temperature.
Yeah,
it's mad, innit?
I'm into it. I've got like one of the tunes on the new album is set in the near future. It's like in a kind of dystopian society kind of thing.
If you read Oryx and Crake by Margaret Atwood,
no,
man, you'd love that.
Okay,
I think you'd love that. It's like about set in the future, and Margaret Atwood's brilliant for like weird science fiction. Obviously, like Handmaid's Tale and stuff.
I haven't actually read her stuff. I've only watched Handmaid's Tale. So
Oryx and Crake is like a trilogy. It's like a science fiction trilogy, but it's set in the future, and there's like weird like animal kind of species that have been lobbed together by scientists, and then like all sex workers wear this thing called like a bioskin, which is like a plastic that goes everywhere and inside. It's like mad. And then someone tries to, there's like a big conspiracy, like someone's trying to get a perfect, like recreate humans, but so that humans they don't have the capacity to believe in religion, because religion ruins the world. So it's like these new humans they wouldn't be able to do that. It's like it's really good. I think you'd enjoy it. Yeah, check it out, Oryx and Crake.
Sounds good. Sounds up my street. Yeah.
I don't know whether you read and I can never pronounce his name right. Chuck Palahniuk. He wrote Fight Club.
Okay.
But he's a bit nuts as well. Like, I read this one recently called... Oh my god, what's it called? Oh my god, I can't remember the name. It's set in a hotel though. It's fucking nuts. Like, it basically like 15 writers who are kind of suffering writer's block. Someone puts an ad in a paper, like this mysterious ad, like, come on this writer's retreat at a hotel. And like 15 writers go on it, but it's kind of all sub-stories within the main story. So you get everyone's kind of backstory as a little story in the main one, but it's not like at the end of it they're all like chopping fingers off, and it's about they all want to be famous for being holed up in this hotel, so much so that they're like cutting limbs off and stuff. Yeah, it's mad. What's it called?
Sounds like a new version of like 12 Angry Men or something.
Yeah, it's called Haunted. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can get like all of the sub stories as short stories as well, but the main one's called Haunted, and that is nuts.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Chuck. He is like Kurt for me. Similar.
Yeah.
Similar ideas. Yeah.
Okay.
I love it. So yeah,
I'll get onto it.
What other books are you into? Because I love discovering new books and stuff. Yeah.
What have I finished? I only finished like about one in 50 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe not that much, but I feel if I get to the very end, then I've done well. But
yeah.
I've just read A History of the World in 7 Cheap Things. That was good.
Write that down.
We could do a book swap if you want.
Oh yeah. You know what? Let's do it on WhatsApp. But I'm writing this down. What? In 7 Cheap Things?
Yeah, A History of the World in 7 Cheap Things, which is quite good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I've been reading Audre Lorde quite a bit, like poetry. I don't know, like I actually got the books out the other day to be like, oh, that's the books that have like shaped this album, because there was like certain ideas from books that had shaped it. I read a book called Pachinko, which was quite good. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I never remember things off the top of my head.
Yeah, I've got a notes that's like 5 million books that I'm constantly adding to and then never getting around to reading.
Yeah.
And these are going straight on it.
Yeah. I am a bit addicted to buying them, like, so.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want more.
I'm like a heathen because I have to have Kindle. I've got like Kindle
Oh,
app.
do you?
Yeah. Because I've got no space for books, but as well, I love like just the idea of all those books in one place, and I'm like, I can read anything I want. I don't have to get it out because I'm such a book nerd like that.
I think I lost my Kindle.
Yeah.
I just lose things sometimes. So.
Buy the book then. Smell it to get your
like
face
the real
in it.
thing.
That's the best thing, isn't it?
I do. I like the real thing. Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Do you like? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I just wanted to quickly chat because you sent me some music pics through. So you mentioned work in Men's Club Teeth, which is Ross produced. We just chatted about that. Can we talk about Black Mountain, Druggernaut?
Yeah, it's an old album. I think it's from the 90s, but I only discovered it in lockdown. So, and I just love it. It's dead mad, and you know, it's quite heavy psych kind of stuff, and I love all the voices on it. They're all a bit like untidy and like. Yeah, I just love it when they're all singing and it's all different voices and stuff. Well worth checking out the album. Loads of nice sounds. Druggernaut is my favourite one off the album, yeah.
Oh, okay, so the track's called Druggernaut by Black Mountain. Yeah. Where are they from? Do you know?
America, I think, but I don't know where.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think they're American, yeah.
Oh, nice. And you know what? The only I've got another one. It's a Fine Day by Opus 3. Shel Zenner, who was on last month picked that one as well.
Did she?
Yeah, picked the same one.
That's
Yeah,
my lockdown tune, because whenever when it was all a bit mental and we were just stuck on our own the whole time, and we'd just stick that tune on, we'd just dance around in the conservatory. We called our rave cave, and we just, I don't know, it just makes you feel dead happy, it's dead euphoric. And
yeah, I totally forgot about it, until Shell sent it over, and then I was like, God, yeah, this one.
Such a tune.
Yeah, I love my favourite rave, I think it's rave, I'm not like up on the rave, but Olive, you're not alone.
Yeah, it's a good tune.
Do you ever
Very
have...
90s, isn't it?
It's really nice. Do you ever have songs that you hear as a kid and they make you think about music as like... I don't know, when I heard that one, for me, I was like, this makes me feel something that I haven't felt before. And
it's like time travel in a way, isn't it? Music sometimes, it's like, if you hear something, it can take you back to exactly where you were when you heard it. It's like some kind of time travel. Yeah. For your senses.
I remember hearing Fairground by Simply Red in the car when I was a kid. And I fucking loved it. I think it's like chords for me, like, all the like dreamy chords, like the da-da-da-da, and dreamy melodies just get, like, I'd never heard that before.
It's a tune.
When I was a kid.
It's a tune.
Yeah. It is good. Have you, here's a question, have anyone in your family musical? Like your mum and dad or whatever?
No, my mum and dad, not really. My dad learned to play guitar as an older guy. Well, yeah, I think I showed him how to play a few chords, and now he plays.
That's cool.
He plays like Bob Dylan tunes and that, and then.
Oh, nice.
And my son's really musical. So he's just like, I think he said he's done about 80 songs in lockdown or something. So.
Oh my God, that's more than me. Well done.
More than me, definitely. But so he's just like constantly on GarageBand making tunes.
Wow, that's cool. What genres does he like?
Hip hop.
Amazing.
So he just tells me, like, he just shows me all the new hip hop stuff, and he's like, I get extra mum points if I know who's rapping on what.
I'm woeful at hip hop, but that's so cool. You need to, I don't know, do some kind of Mad Haim thing and just get him in on a track or something. Or like,
yeah, definitely.
Do like a mixtape with him.
Yeah, he's doing a thing for his music GCSE, and he got me to like sing a bit on it.
Hey, so. That's boss. Imagine that. Oh, amazing. Yeah, thanks so much for coming on. Is there anything else you want to chat about, or anything else going on that you just want to say, oh yeah, and this?
I think it's just all out there now. It's like, this is what's happening. We've got an album coming out. We've got a tour happening. I think it's going to be our biggest and best one that we've done. And if you fancy buying a ticket, come and check it out. It'd be nice to just be in a room with a load of people and play some music. So.
And people can find tickets on your page.
At the moment, it's available. If you pre-order the album, you can get early access to tickets, and then it goes on general sale on Friday. So, yeah.
Boss.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, amazing! Thanks so much, Lou.
Nice one. Thanks for having us, Nat.
No, thanks for coming on, and best of luck with everything. And I'll see you.
Nice one.
When I see you at the gig.
See you again. Yeah.
Yay! Boom! Thank you so much. See you later.
See you later.
Bye. Thanks so much for listening, and don't forget to subscribe and follow to this podcast. I'm Natalie McCool, and you can find me and my music on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and also on my website nataliemccool.co.uk. Thanks!